47 years of savings, gone in a single mouse click. My name is Henry. I'm 76 years old. And yesterday I discovered that someone close to me had been stealing from me for months. It started with a letter from the bank. Dear Mr. Harrison, your account balance is approaching zero. Please contact us immediately. I read it 3 times. Zero. That was impossible. I had 1 in 27,000 in that account. My life savings. Money from 47 years of working construction. Every paycheck carefully saved, every dollar earned with blood, sweat, and aching joints. I called the bank immediately. First National. This is Jennifer speaking. This is Henry Harrison. I got a letter saying my account is empty. Let me check that for you, Mr. Harrison. I heard typing. Then silence. Mr. Harrison, your account shows a balance of 247. My legs went weak. That can't be right. I had over 127,000 last month. Sir, I'm showing multiple withdrawals over the past 6 months. What kind of withdrawals? Electronic transfers. Large amounts. Would you like me to read them? Yes. March 15th, 8,000 transfer to Chase Bank. I never authorized that. March 28th, 12,000 transfer to Wells Fargo. My heart was pounding. April 10th, a 15,000 cash withdrawal from ATM. I don't use ATMs. I can barely work those machines. April 25th, the 18,000 wire transfer to TD Bank. Each number hit me like a punch to the gut. May 8th, the 22,000 transfer to Bank of America. Stop. Just stop. Sir, would you like me to continue? How many more? 14 more transactions. All large amounts. I hung up the phone and sat in my kitchen chair. Someone had stolen my life savings. But who? Only 3 people had access to my account information. My daughter Rebecca, my son Michael, and my grandson Tyler. Rebecca lived in Florida. She had her own successful business. No money problems. Michael was a doctor. Made more in a year than I made in 5. He didn't need my money. That left Tyler. Tyler was 28. My oldest grandson. I'd raised him after his parents died in a car crash when he was 12. He'd been living with me for the past 2 years, ever since his divorce. Just temporary grandpa, until I get back on my feet. I trusted him completely. He helped me with everything. Shopping, bill paying, even banking. Grandpa, let me help you set up online banking. It's so much easier. I didn't want to. I preferred going to the bank in person. But Tyler insisted. You're getting older. What if you can't drive someday? This way you can handle everything from home. He set up the account on my computer, showed me how to check my balance. See, Grandpa. Just click here and you can see all your money. He made it seem so simple. Too simple. I went to Tyler's room. He wasn't home. On his desk was a stack of credit card bills. I shouldn't have looked, but something made me pick them up. 8,000 owed to Chase, or 12,000 owed to Wells Fargo, or 15,000 owed to TD Bank, the same amounts that had been transferred from my account. My grandson had been stealing from me to pay his credit card debts. The boy I'd raised, fed, clothed, loved like a son. I heard his car in the driveway. Tyler walked in like nothing was wrong. Hey, Grandpa, how was your day? Interesting. I got a letter from the bank. His smile flickered. Oh yeah, what did they want? They wanted to know why my account is empty. Tyler went pale. Empty. That can't be right. That's what I thought. So I called them. And someone's been stealing from me for 6 months. Tyler sat down hard. Grandpa, that's terrible. Do you have any idea who? I stared at him. Tyler, I found your credit card bills. The color drained from his face completely. Grandpa, a $127,000. Tyler, you stole $127,000 from me? I didn't steal it. I borrowed it. Without asking, without telling me. I was going to pay it back. With what money? You don't even have a job. Tyler started crying. Grandpa, I was desperate. The credit cards were crushing me. I was about to lose everything. So you decided to take everything from me instead? It was temporary. I have a business plan. I was going to make millions and pay you back with interest. What business plan? Cryptocurrency trading. I've been studying it for months. My blood turned to ice. You gambled my life savings on cryptocurrency. It's not gambling, it's investing. Where's the money now? Tyler couldn't look at me. Gone. What do you mean gone? The market crashed. I lost it all. I felt like I'd been hit by a truck. Tyler, that was my retirement money, my medical money, my funeral money. I know! I'm sorry! I thought I could make us both rich. Who's? There is no us anymore. What do you mean? I mean you need to leave. Tonight, Grandpa, please. I have nowhere to go. You should have thought about that before you stole from me. I'm family. Family doesn't steal from family. Tyler fell to his knees. Please don't throw me out. I'll get a job. I'll pay you back. How? You just told me you lost everything. I'll figure it out. Tyler, it would take you 20 years to pay back that money. I don't have 20 years. Then, what am I supposed to do? I don't know. But you're not doing it here. I went to my bedroom and locked the door. Tyler pounded on it for an hour. Grandpa, please, let me explain. You already explained. You stole my money and gambled it away. It was a sure thing. There are no sure things, Tyler. That's why I saved money instead of gambling it. I was trying to help us both. By stealing from me. Eventually, he stopped pounding. The next morning, I heard him packing. I stayed in my room until I heard his car leave. Then I went to the kitchen and made coffee with shaking hands. 47 years of savings, gone. I called my daughter Rebecca in Florida. Dad, how are you? Not good. Sweetheart, I need to tell you something. What's wrong? Tyler stole all my money. Silence. What do you mean? I explained everything. The bank account, the transfers, the cryptocurrency. Rebecca started crying. Dad, I'm so sorry. I should have known something was wrong when Tyler kept asking about your finances. He asked about my finances. Last month he called asking if you had a will, if you'd set up any trusts. I thought it was sweet that he was looking out for you. He was looking out for my money. Dad, what are you going to do? I don't know. I have 247 left to my name. Move down here with me. I have plenty of room. Rebecca, I'm not your responsibility. You're my father. Of course, you're my responsibility. I've lived in this house for 30 years. All my friends are here. Dad, you can't live on 247. She was right. But I couldn't accept charity from my daughter. Let me think about it. That afternoon, my neighbor George came over. Henry, I saw Tyler loading up his car. Everything okay? George was my best friend. We'd known each other for 25 years. Tyler stole my life savings, George. What? How much? A $127,000? George sat down hard. Jesus Christ, Henry, what are you going to do? I have no idea. Did you call the police? And tell them what? That I gave my grandson access to my bank account and he used it. You didn't give him permission to steal from you. Try proving that in court. George was quiet for a long time. Henry, you know Margaret and I care about you. I know. Our guest room is always available. George, I can't. You helped us when Margaret had cancer. Drove her to chemotherapy every week for 6 months. That was different. How? That was helping a friend. This is charity. Henry, what's the difference? I couldn't answer that. That night, Tyler called. Grandpa, please talk to me. We're talking. I found a place to stay with my friend Jason. Good for you. Grandpa, I want to make this right. How? I'm going to get a job. 2 jobs. I'll pay you back every penny. Tyler, you're 28 years old. You've never held a job longer than 6 months. This is different. I have motivation now. You had motivation before. It was called not being homeless. Grandpa, please forgive me. I forgave you the moment I found out. But forgiveness doesn't mean trust. What does that mean? It means I forgive you for being weak and stupid. But I'll never trust you again. Never? Tyler, you stole my life savings. Would you trust someone who did that to you? Silence. I love you, Grandpa. I love you too. That's why this hurts so much. I hung up. The next week was the hardest of my life. I had to figure out how to survive on 247. I canceled my cable, my internet, my newspaper subscription. I started shopping at the food bank. Me, a man who'd worked his whole life, standing in line for free groceries. The shame was crushing, but not as crushing as the loneliness. For 2 years, Tyler had been my companion, my helper, my family. Now the house felt like a tomb. I called my son Michael in California. Dad, Rebecca told me what happened. I'm so sorry. Thank you, son. Dad, I want to help. Let me wire you some money. I don't want your money, Michael. It's not charity. It's family taking care of family. Your family is your wife and kids. Not your broke father? Dad, you're not broke. You're the victim of a crime. Same result. No, it's not. Being broke means you failed. Being robbed means someone else failed. I hadn't thought of it that way. Michael, I appreciate the offer, but I need to figure this out myself. Why? Because I'm 76 years old. If I can't take care of myself now, when will I be able to? Dad, there's no shame in accepting help, says the man who's never needed it. I needed help when Sarah was born premature. You flew out and stayed for 2 months. Helped with everything. That was different. How? You didn't lose Sarah because you were stupid. I lost my money because I trusted the wrong person. Dad, Tyler took advantage of your love. That's not stupidity. That's being human. Maybe Michael was right, but I still couldn't accept his money. 2 weeks later, George came over with an idea. Henry, you know I've been wanting to sell my rental property. The duplex on Oak Street. Yeah. But the tenants trashed it. It needs a lot of work before I can put it on the market. What kind of work? Plumbing, electrical, drywall, the kind of stuff you've been doing your whole life. I saw where this was going. George, I'm 76 years old. I can't do construction work anymore. Not the heavy stuff. But you could supervise. Make sure the contractors don't rip me off. What would you pay me? I was thinking $50 a day. Plus you could live in the other unit while the work is being done. George, Henry, I need this done right, and I trust you more than any contractor. How long would it take? 3, maybe 4 months. 3 months of work. At $50 a day, that was 4/3 $500. Plus free rent. It wasn't much. But it was honest work. When do I start? I moved into the duplex the next week. The place was a disaster. Holes in the walls. Broken pipes. Electrical problems everywhere. But it felt good to have a purpose again. I hired my old crew. Guys I'd worked with for decades. Henry, what the hell are you doing here? Thought you retired. I did. Now I'm unretired. What happened to Tyler? Thought he was taking care of you. Tyler had other priorities. They didn't ask for details. Construction workers understand betrayal. The work was hard. My arthritis screamed every morning. But I felt alive again. Useful. Needed. 3 months later, the duplex was beautiful. George was thrilled. Henry, this is incredible. You turned a disaster into a showplace. I had good help. I want to list it for $190,000. Think it'll sell? In this neighborhood, it'll sell in a week. He was right. It sold in 5 days for $185,000. George handed me a check for $5,000. That's more than we agreed on. Consider it a bonus. You earned every penny. George, thank you. For everything. Thank me. Henry, you saved my ass. I was ready to sell it as is for $100,000. What are you going to do now? I have another property that needs work. Interested. I was very interested. 6 months later, Tyler called again. Grandpa, I got a job. Good for you. It's at a warehouse. 40 hours a week. Well, 15 an hour. How long have you had it? 2 weeks. Call me when you've had it for 2 years. Grandpa, I'm trying to change. I hope you are, Tyler. For your sake. Can I see you sometime? I don't think that's a good idea.
Why not?
Because I'm still angry. And anger makes people say things they regret. I already know how angry you are. No, Tyler. You know how hurt I am. You haven't seen my anger yet. I want to pay you back at 15 an hour. Tyler, do you know how long it would take you to pay back $127? A long time. Try 15 years. Working full-time. Not spending a penny on yourself. The math stunned him into silence. Grandpa, I ruined everything, didn't I? Yeah. You did. Can you ever forgive me? I already told you. I forgave you the day I found out. Then why won't you see me? Because forgiveness doesn't erase consequences. What consequences? You stole from me. Now you have to live with that for the rest of your life. And you have to live without your savings. That's right. So we're both being punished. No, Tyler. You're being punished. I'm just dealing with the aftermath of your choices. I hung up. A year later, Rebecca came to visit. Dad, you look great, really great. I feel pretty good. The duplex work is going well. George and I have flipped 3 properties now. Made good money on all of them. I'm proud of you. For what? For not giving up, for finding a way to rebuild. What choice did I have? You could have moved in with me, lived on my charity. That's not living. That's just not dying. Rebecca was quiet for a moment. Dad, Tyler called me. My stomach tightened. What did he want? To ask about you.
How you're doing? What did you tell him?
That you're doing well. Better than well, actually.
And?
He started crying. Good. Maybe that means he's finally understanding what he did. He said he wants to kill himself. The words hit me like a sledgehammer. He said what? That he can't live with the guilt. That he destroyed the person who loved him most. I sat down hard. Dad, I think he means it. Where is he now? Still working at the warehouse. Living with Jason. But Dad, he sounds desperate. That night I couldn't sleep. Tyler had stolen from me. Betrayed me. Destroyed my financial security. But he was still my grandson. The boy I'd raised from 12 years old. The kid who used to help me in my workshop. Who called me his hero. The next morning I called him. Tyler, it's Grandpa. Grandpa, is everything okay? Rebecca told me you're having dark thoughts. Silence. Tyler, are you there?
Yeah.
I'm here. Are you thinking about hurting yourself?
Every day.
Why? Because I'm a piece of shit who stole from the only person who ever really loved me. Tyler, you made a terrible mistake, but that doesn't mean your life is over. It feels over. Listen to me. You're 29 years old. You have 60 years left to make this right. How can I ever make it right? But becoming the man I thought you were. What if I can't? Then you can't. But you don't get to quit trying. Grandpa, I miss you. I miss you too. Can I see you? I thought about it for a long time.
Not yet.
When? When you've proven you're serious about changing. How do I do that? Keep the job for a year. Get your own apartment. Stop asking other people to fix your problems. And then you'll see me. Then we'll talk about it. 18 months later, Tyler called. Grandpa, I've had the job for over a year now. How's it going? I got promoted to supervisor. I make you 18 an hour now. That's good. And I got my own apartment. How are you paying for that? I work overtime every week, sometimes 60 hours. Why? Because I want to start paying you back. Tyler, I know it'll take forever, but I want to try. How much have you saved? $3 in 18 months, working overtime. He'd saved $3,000. At that rate, it would take him 40 years to pay me back. But he was trying. Tyler, keep your money. What? Use it to build a life. Get married. Have kids. Be the man your parents wanted you to be. But I owe you. You owe me a grandson I can be proud of. That's all. Does this mean you forgive me? I told you before. I forgave you years ago. Can I see you now? I thought about George's latest project, a big house that needed a lot of work. Can you do construction work? I'll learn. $50 a day. You work weekends only. I don't want you to lose your real job.
Yes, absolutely. Tyler,
This isn't charity. You'll earn every penny.
I understand.
And if you screw this up, if you steal even $1, you're dead to me forever. I won't screw it up, Grandpa. I promise. We'll see. Tyler worked with me for 6 months. $50 a day every Saturday and Sunday. He was a good worker. Strong back. Willing to learn. More importantly, he was reliable. He showed up on time. Worked hard. No complaints. And slowly, very slowly, I started to trust him again. Not with my money. Never again with my money, but with my time. With my company. With pieces of my heart. One Sunday, after we'd finished installing new kitchen cabinets, Tyler sat down next to me on the porch. Grandpa,
can I ask you something? Sure.
Why did you give me another chance? Because throwing you away wouldn't bring back my money. Is that the only reason? I thought about it. No, the main reason is I love you. Even after what I did. Tyler, love isn't a business transaction. I can't get a refund just because you disappointed me. But I stole from you? Yeah, and that sucked. But you're still my grandson.
I don't deserve your love.
Nobody deserves love. That's what makes it love instead of payment. Tyler started crying. I'm so sorry, Grandpa. I'm sorry I hurt you. I'm sorry I was weak. I'm sorry I was stupid. I know you are. Can you ever trust me again? With small things? Maybe? What about big things? Tyler, you stole my life savings. Trust like that takes decades to rebuild.
I understand. you really? I think so. You'll love me.
But you won't trust me. That's right. For how long? For as long as it takes. What if it takes forever? Then it takes forever. Tyler nodded. That's fair. Today, Tyler still works at the warehouse. He's been there for 3 years now. He's dating a nice girl named Sarah. She's a nurse. He's talking about proposing. He still works construction with me on weekends. We've flipped 12 properties together. I pay him fairly. He works hard. We don't talk about the money he stole. That chapter is closed. But it's not forgotten. I have a new bank account now. Tyler doesn't know the account number. I love my grandson, but I'm not stupid. I'm 81 years old now. I have 78,000 in savings. Not as much as I lost, but enough. Enough to live on. Enough to die with dignity. Tyler didn't destroy me. He changed me. Made me stronger. More careful. Less trusting. Maybe that's not all bad. I learned something important about family. Love doesn't require trust, but trust requires time. Time that Tyler is still earning. One honest day at a time.